A range of indie games is set to arrive in 2026 and 2027, offering fresh ideas and creative gameplay experiences. These upcoming titles explore unique worlds, stories, and mechanics that stand out from mainstream releases. Let's dive right into it.
Port Desire, a city that don't belong to anyone, but everyone wants a piece.
No Law is an open-world game set in a city where rules and authority no longer exist. Players will be free to explore, fight, and cause destruction without limits. The world is expected to react to player choices, making the city more dangerous over time. The game focuses on freedom, chaos, and survival in a lawless environment still unfolding.
I walked away from it all, kept my hands in dirt instead of blood. But desire is a fickle mistress. The city won't let me go. It won't forget my name. I asked for nothing, and they still came and took everything. The mayors and anyone that stands in my way, every last one of them. They're gonna learn something real simple.
Resonant Q is a cosmic horror survival action game that unfolds on a dilapidated orbital ring, where isolation, danger, and uncertainty shape each moment. The setting carries a bleak science fiction atmosphere, marked by collapsing structures and unseen threats tied to anomalies within the station. The premise revolves around pushing upward through this hostile environment while securing what is needed to keep moving forward. Liminal Point is a classic survival horror game where Lyra is drawn back to Ashen Point by a cryptic voicemail and faces the aftermath of a tragedy tied to her band. The story looks ahead to a return to a fog-covered island marked by loss, unanswered questions, and lurking threats. The setting suggests isolation and unease, with abandoned places and unseen dangers shaping a quiet, unsettling atmosphere.
And so do I. turn to ash. So come and find me.
What are you doing? Oh, no, please stop! No, no, no!
Final Sentence is a battle royale typing game where players gather in a hangar with typewriters under lethal pressure as mistakes can end a run and only one participant remains. The setting suggests a stark and tense atmosphere built around survival and direct competition, shaped by constant risk and quiet intensity as the match moves toward a single outcome. MINSK is a third-person survival horror adventure in a dark, post-apocalyptic world where toxic fog covers abandoned cities and survivors remain hidden. An exploration robot moves through deserted locations to search for vital resources as traces of civilization linger in towering ruins. The atmosphere is bleak and tense, shaped by isolation, danger, and uncertainty. Paralives is a life simulation game that looks ahead to creating homes, shaping lives, and forming bonds over time. It presents a setting where personal stories develop through both difficulty and achievement, with everyday moments unfolding at a steady pace. The atmosphere is calm and grounded, centered on ordinary life and long-term personal growth rather than spectacle. Phase Zero is a survival horror game centered on a small town overtaken by a grotesque illness, where two survivors attempt to stay alive through the night as strange creatures roam the streets. The story looks ahead to their struggle to escape Flint Peak, while the town's condition worsens around them. The setting is bleak and unsettling, shaped by isolation, decay, and constant danger. The Florist is a survival horror game that presents a classic scenario where a town overtaken by deadly yet beautiful flowers, where staying alive means facing danger while uncovering a hidden plan linked to unnatural new life. The atmosphere is dark and unsettling, defined by silent streets, uncontrolled floral growth, and a constant sense of threat surrounding what remains of the town.
Alright, we're Naki. Today we're excited to share the gameplay.
Spine is a single-player action game about close-quarters gunfights, inspired by gun fu cinema unfolding in a cyberpunk setting. It looks ahead to a narrative where Redline, a rebellious street artist, and her sentient combat implant, Spine, oppose an autocratic AI regime while seeking her captured brother. The atmosphere suggests stylized, cinematic conflict within urban spaces, with a grounded and gritty mood.
Redline turning opponents' guns against them instead of carrying an inventory. She can use spray paint to blight her enemies, attack with nearby objects, and use environment to her advantage. Your gunfu skills will be tested against both regular foes and powerful bosses, while Redline's spine implant will sharpen her reflexes to even the odds. Dare to take on a bigger...
武士道それは己の均衡を保つこと
Soul Shogunate is an action role-playing game that looks ahead to a violent conflict in an alternate future solar system ruled by sword-bound clans. The story points toward a lone outlaw samurai moving through space-based cities after the destruction of her family, with revenge driving her path forward. The setting suggests stark contrast between polished elite districts and harsh lives beneath them. The atmosphere appears intense and stylized, mixing futuristic surroundings with traditional samurai imagery.
私を打ち砕こうとした意志は決意の刃を研ぎ澄ませたに過ぎない因縁の大事が叶う時この空赤く染まろう無残なに叫んで汚れた膝を抱えてるそれでもそんな今日はたりしたくないから行かなきゃやらなきゃしわくちゃの顔のままで生きるよあなたがいないこんな世界を愛せるようにくだらない
First, aggravated vandalism.
Militsioner will be an action and adventure immersive sim centered on an ordinary person trying to leave town while a colossal policeman watches every move, shaping how interactions unfold through anger, flattery, disappointment, deception, or romance. A Kafkaesque, atmospheric setting defined by constant surveillance where escape depends on handling tense relationships instead of direct confrontation.
But a lamb that's always lost. Has to be gold.
Hela is an action-adventure game that looks ahead to a gentle tale seen through the eyes of a small mouse, moving through Scandinavian-inspired landscapes shaped by nature and quiet magic. The story points toward a setting where helping others and restoring balance matter, as the land reflects warmth, care, and subtle wonder. The atmosphere suggests a calm and enchanting place, grounded in natural beauty and soft storytelling rather than conflict. Out of Words is a cooperative platform adventure game centered on two characters moving together through a fictional setting shaped by communication and connection. The game looks ahead to shared play built around collaboration rather than competition, with a setting that emphasizes handcrafted spaces and close interaction. Its atmosphere is quiet and expressive, presenting a stylized world that supports a reflective and cooperative mood without relying on spectacle or intensity.
Don't you see? We can't.
ExeKiller is an action-adventure game that looks ahead to a retro-futuristic Western story in a post-apocalyptic alternate timeline, where a lone bounty hunter moves through a harsh, ruined landscape shaped by catastrophe and power struggles.
Empty. What the hell is going on here?
Event flag for security. Uplink error.
Shit, I'm out.
Please stand.
Finally. Was it worth it? Of course it was.
It's the year 2002, and three friends decided not to leave school as losers.
Good morning, everybody.
Agefield High Rock the School is an action-adventure game that looks ahead to life in a small town during the early 2000s, with graduation approaching and high school days nearing their end. The story looks toward a period shaped by friendships, young romance, and acts of rebellion, as students try to leave a lasting impression before moving on. It reflects a playful and rebellious high school setting influenced by the rough humor and youthful energy of teen comedies from that era.
Go ballistic.
They made a plan to rock the last few months at school and leave their marks as legends.
They want to indoctrinate me even more into a boring fucking life and work 9 to 5 like some sort of mindless zombie.
Fuck thinking about college, dude. We need to stick to our plan to rock the school.
But there's always something or someone getting in their way. Overbearing parents,
If you don't get into college, I'll throw you out of my damn house.
perverted teachers,
You messed with the wrong one.
nosy neighbors,
There are aliens in the forest, in the countryside.
not to mention Seth, the most popular guy at school whose life mission is to make yours miserable at best.
So you think you can move to my town, come to my school, embarrass me in front of my friends, and ruin my party?
Sam, you have to go now. My dad's gonna kill you. I'm serious.
But that doesn't hold these guys back from trying.
Whose panties are those?
Play as Sam Tatum, who saves the day in this rule-breaking coming-of-age adventure. Explore a fully decked-out campus in quirky small town in this open world inspired by the early 2000s teen movies.
Do you really think you're the first students to try to get into my pants this way?
Her dad brought lipstick home from his trip to Mexico, and now they all look prettier than ever.
We drink as much as we could, go streaking to the girl we liked, and then tell her how much we loved her.
Return to the early 2000s one last time. Agefield.
Drowned Lake is a fishing survival horror game about three strangers drawn to a remote lake after the disappearance of an amateur documentarian. Their search uncovers a troubling past tied to the lake and reveals hidden truths within each of them. The setting is dark and oppressive, shaped by mystery, unease, and a constant sense of danger surrounding the water. Fractured Blooms is a life simulation game with horror elements built around repeating days where quiet routines exist alongside unsettling and surreal imagery. Its atmosphere appears calm and gentle on the surface, while hints of pain, memory, and distortion create an uneasy contrast that subtly changes as time moves forward.
Plates of tomatoes. Plates of pain. Plates of angels. Plates of her legs. Beautiful. Broken. Plates of flowers. Plates and plates. The garden is lush and rich, and everything's focused. Dinner's ready. There's a hunger that feeds and blooms, and I will feed, and I will bloom.
Parasite Mutant is a sci-fi survival horror RPG. A psionic agent named Nova investigates an abandoned island city. The story moves toward a hidden conspiracy and a secret that alters her fate. The atmosphere remains dark, tense, and unsettling throughout. The Twilight Project follows a tourist who becomes lost in a forgotten village sealed off from the outside world. As night falls, strange and terrifying creatures begin to appear, and reality starts to shift into something far darker. The game is a third-person survival horror with a haunting and eerie atmosphere. Players navigate the village while uncovering its dark history and confronting the unsettling presence that emerges after sunset. Whispers in the Fog is a first- and third-person psychological horror game where players navigate a dense, foggy forest filled with haunted locations. The game presents a realistic and tense atmosphere, with shadows, mist, and eerie sounds shaping each environment. Players move through abandoned cabins, villages, and other structures, using only a flashlight to reveal the surroundings as they uncover a hidden mystery within the forest. Where the forest ends places, players in a post-apocalyptic setting overrun by zombies. The game presents a top-down view where survival depends on navigating a dark and dangerous environment. The atmosphere is visceral, grounded, and realistic, reflecting the harshness of a decayed world. The story follows human struggles and interactions amid constant threats, creating tense and challenging situations.
Lies a tome covered in blood, titled Top Ways to Conquer the Spire.
Slay the Spire 2 is a strategy roguelike card game where players climb a mysterious, dormant spire that has reopened after 1,000 years. It features a variety of bizarre creatures to face and relics to uncover, with each climb presenting new challenges and dangers. Players will create unique decks using different characters, each with their own cards, motives, and hidden secrets, while navigating a labyrinth that changes with every ascent.
abandoned.
The Relic First Guardian invites players to enter a dark fantasy world, where the land of Arsiltis has been swallowed by a void. As a Guardian, you collect fragments of the Great Relic while navigating a 3D, third-person environment filled with mysterious and dangerous landscapes. The game features a somber, immersive atmosphere in a single-player RPG setting and uncovering the story behind the ruined world.
Though the steps never returned, their waiting became the wind that circles the hill. Only the pinwheel remembers the love of a family.
Rose, are you okay? Dr. Rose!
Don't worry about me. We'll meet again, I promise.
Psycho Dead is a third-person survival horror game where you play as a girl with psychic powers trying to escape from a secret laboratory. She is pursued by deadly stalkers created through sinister experiments. The setting combines sci-fi elements with a dark and threatening atmosphere. Players will navigate the lab while uncovering the mysteries behind the incident.
Where am I? And what happened here?
Once we're out of here, I promise to explain everything you want to know. The power within you is extraordinary. Not everyone has power like you, Elixia.
So, I'm just a weapon to be used. Then why are you helping me?
I just don't want to see you die here.
Freedom isn't as beautiful as you think. The world outside, it's much crueler than you imagine.
Listen to me, Elixia. If you escape, you can have a life of your own.
How can I trust you? What else have you lied about?
We, Atlas, made you, Elixia. I'm like a father to you.
I'll make them pay for what they did to you. This is my promise.
Unrecord is a single-player FPS told through the perspective of a police officer's body camera. Players will follow a tactical officer as he works to solve a complex case. The game presents a realistic and grounded atmosphere. It combines investigation, dialogue, and action in a narrative-driven setting.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Sometimes I wonder if it's not me that's possessed.
The Vernyhorn is a third-person open-world RPG, where a man haunted by his past faces inner demons in a world shaped by faith, fear, and survival. Set against atmospheric landscapes ranging from forests and swamps to mountains and seas, offering a realistic and dark environment for a single-player journey.
Power reveals the man. In your case, we didn't have to wait long.
Who the fuck are you anyway?
What the fuck are you waiting for?
Isn't it beautiful? Since I was a child, I used to sit here and listen to the howling wolves. Within the shelter of those ancient stones, they always made me feel safe. Sometimes I get the feeling that these beasts, though wild, have more loyalty in them than many humans. Let me tell you a story.
You just can't stay away. You lied to me. Why?
Another whiner? What, too loud for you?
I've seen wolves leave the meat untouched. Just lingered. They looked less guilty than you two. Funny, isn't it?
That's enough.
You see that chop on the water?
storms coming from the land.
Never seen the winter hit this early.
It seemed innocent at first. There were faint sounds, small taps, nothing unsettling. Then small things began to disappear. You know, people thought it was the kids playing tricks. However, over time, the sound became unbearable. The wind blended with what seemed like the wail of a wounded soul. They thought it was just the wind howling through the cracks. But the truth was far worse.
Long Gone places you in a deserted suburban neighborhood decades after its residents have vanished. Navigate overgrown streets and abandoned houses, uncovering the stories of people through the belongings they left behind, all within a 3D pixel-styled environment where zombies move quietly through the empty spaces.
Your personal DIY assistant. It looks like you're about to start a demo of...
There Are No Ghosts at the Grand is a narrative-driven action-adventure game about inheriting a crumbling English seaside hotel and facing the strange events tied to its past. The story looks ahead to quiet restoration by day and unsettling encounters with ghosts by night, wrapped in an offbeat, supernatural mood. A darkly humorous musical mystery unfolds across the hotel, its village, and its residents, as events slowly spiral out of control.
Quite terrestrial.
Well, hello there. It looks like you're about to renovate a boat.
I can see I can be perceived as a crass individual.
Best make some shelter, I reckon, huh? It'll be night soon. And they mostly come out at night.
I've seen towns robbed blind in their sleep by well-dressed savages.
Yeah, no, that's a hard no for me. I am not going in there.
It's hard to watch, but hard to resist. How a town can cease to exist. Slip away into the abyss, down in the deep dark.
There's too many of them, son. We need to leg it.
We need to do what?
Run, boy!
Solarpunk is a survival game taking place among floating islands within a technically advanced skybound setting. The game looks ahead to a way of life sustained high above the ground, where separate islands act as living spaces connected by open air and distant horizons. Its atmosphere appears calm and forward-looking, shaped by clean technology, natural light, and a quiet sense of self-reliance in the sky. Lurks Within Walls is a survival horror RPG about a quarantine building where isolated residents and concealed anomalies remain within its corridors. The setting is confined and oppressive, shaped by contamination, darkness, and unsettling presences linked to haunted horror art. The atmosphere is tense and disturbing, with a constant sense of threat emerging from the structure itself. Dreadmoor is a Lovecraftian fishing adventure in a post-nuclear apocalypse, looking ahead to a bleak and unsettling atmosphere shaped by dangerous waters, lingering radiation, and mysterious forces surrounding what can still be pulled from the depths. AGNI Village of Calamity is a cinematic survival horror game about AGNI.
Berarti Ibu tahu saya tidak punya pilihan lain.
A determined investigator from a covert Indonesian police unit who defies orders and enters a remote village despite ominous warnings, where an unauthorized investigation draws her into a horrifying reality that disrupts everything she understands.
Jadi Ibu cuma mau saya nunggu aja gitu.
Kita bertindak sebagaimana mestinya. Tugasmu bukan di sini. Agni, perlu kamu ketahui, sejengkal saja kamu keluar dan menginjakkan kaki di tempat itu, semua pintu deskupan akan tertutup buatmu. Jangan buat keputusan yang akan kamu sesali.
Lila butuh saya, Bu.
Agni, Kak, ini Lila, Kak. Ayo pulang. Lila mau pulang.
Introducing our new game, Anomaly President. In a cyberpunk world brimming with anomaly powers, you step into the role of a presidential candidate.
Anomaly President is a roguelike action game about a presidential candidate navigating a chaotic and corrupt society while opposing powerful enemies, portraying a divided role between public ambition and violent confrontation within a tense and unstable atmosphere.
Screaming guitar solo, or tear them to shreds with whirling chains. A wide arsenal of weapons and powers awaits. But don't forget, you still need votes. To win the people's hearts, you'll have to work for it. Travel city to city on your campaign bus. Hold rallies. And yes, even bust out your best dance moves to charm the crowd. And of course, no campaign is won alone. You'll need a team. Meet the Fluffies. Adorable creatures once crushed under the regime of the current president. They've had enough. And now, they're ready to help you win. Sorry, we might need a translator. It says, the president. Recruit Fluffies into your team. Assign them to departments. Have them run your TV station to spread the word. Send them out to publish your newspaper. Put them in intelligence to uncover the dark secrets of your opponent. These Fluffies are ready to help, whatever it takes. He says, if you don't vote for him, go f*** yourself. Can we get a different Fluffy? By day, you'll campaign. By night, you'll cut down the gangs loyal to your rival. Face brutal bosses, twisted enemies, and relentless fanatics brainwashed by the Minister of Public Relations.
I'm beautiful, powerful, and everyone worships me and my president.
Take her down and dismantle the corrupt cabinet, because this election won't be fair unless you level the playing field. With Anomaly President, you're shaping the fate of a nation. Win the people, crush your enemies, and lead the anomaly-fueled revolution.
Blight Survival is a PvE action horror game taking place in a brutal medieval setting where humans and monsters exist side by side in constant conflict. The game looks ahead to a struggle against a spreading affliction born from war and death, placing survival at the center of its premise. Its atmosphere is harsh and grim, shaped by decay, violence, and a land scarred by endless fighting. Directorate Novitiate is a third-person action RPG about Mercury, a ruthless enforcer with arcane power who balances a violent supernatural underworld at night with a fragile personal life during the day, unfolding in early 2000s Los Angeles with a dark, grounded atmosphere shaped by crime, secrecy, and constant pressure.
You ready? You are more than you appear.
Check for clues. Find the pricks who did this.
Show me what a good, loyal dog you are.
This was your mess to prevent!
Show me what you got, love.
Crathos Deep is an adventure game with a cosmic horror narrative that looks ahead to a descent into the cold depths of the Arctic Ocean, where a vast abyss surrounds a lost research institute and its unexplained downfall, creating an unsettling atmosphere shaped by isolation, darkness, and lingering unknowns beneath the ice.
Freezing waters of the Arctic, we stand united on the brink of human knowledge. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do of the bottom of the sea. Things you'd like to dismiss or distance yourself from. If, or rather, when that happens, I must simply urge you to keep out.
They call him Izirak. Ain't alive.
Ikuma the Frozen Compass is a narrative adventure that will tell the story of Sam, a teenage boy stranded in the Arctic alongside his dog. The game looks ahead to a quiet struggle against the cold and an unknown presence hidden beyond the ice and shadows. Its atmosphere is described as haunting and bleak, shaped by isolation, danger, and the weight of what waits beneath the frozen surface.
Of the Arctic. You play Sam, a determined cabin boy who finds himself stranded after a disaster, accompanied only by his loyal husky companion, Ellie. As you search for a missing expedition, you uncover dark secrets. And perhaps their fate holds the only key to finding your way back to London. The open world of Ikuma is filled with puzzles, hidden paths, and surprising rewards. You can explore it alone or in co-op, but teamwork is essential, especially when it comes to answering one crucial question. Who gets to play the dog? When playing solo, you can seamlessly switch between Sam and Ellie to cleverly combine their unique abilities. The story of Ikuma is inspired by Inuit myths, as well as real historical events. The 1845 Franklin expedition, whose tragic end only came to light in recent years with the discovery of the shipwrecks. Ikuma will be released next year for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series.
When the journey gets tough, who'll answer the call?
Over the Hill is a third-person exploration-focused game built around long journeys through wide, natural landscapes. Rather than fast action or heavy systems, the game emphasizes movement, scale, and atmosphere, encouraging players to take in their surroundings and progress at a steady pace. Players can expect calm exploration, minimal interface elements, and a strong sense of place over traditional combat-driven gameplay.
Find friends who share the same memories and the same desire to relive these moments of beautiful struggle once commonplace, now precious and rare. Crest each summit to glimpse vistas untouched by the hurried world below. Frame these moments like Polaroids from a simpler time. Take care of your machine like it's more than just metal and rubber, because out here, they have a soul. When a friend struggles, we don't leave them behind. We pause, we lend a winch, and we get through it together.
You awaken. You, the memory they could not erase.
Mio Memories in Orbit is a sci-fi Metroidvania where players control Mio, a small robot exploring a massive abandoned space vessel slowly being reclaimed by nature. Its purpose is to combine classic exploration-driven design with emotional storytelling, allowing players to gradually unlock new paths while uncovering the vessel's history. Expect interconnected areas, upgrade-based backtracking, and a strong visual contrast between technology and organic overgrowth.
Some will aid, some will hunt. And each time you return, this world remembers. Fragments of your past, stitched back together. Every step forward, a memory awakens, and each of those memories is what shapes you.
Masz. Wstrętna, wijąca się i oślizgła masz.
Holstin is a psychological survival horror game set in a decaying Eastern European town. Inspired by classic 90s horror, it blends fixed camera tension with modern visuals, focusing on mystery, limited resources, and unsettling environments rather than constant action.
Wiesz jak pogrywać ze szkodnikami, świeżak? O, widzę, że nie zbyt kim skacze.
Kreska, czy zrobię jazdę próbną? Tam jest fajna trasa.
Proszę tego nie robić.
Kurwa mać, daj kobiecie trochę prywatności.
Cholera jasna, proszę pani!
Przemyśl to. Może będziesz to...
Projekt Z Beyond Order is a grounded zombie survival game focused on close-range combat and constant vulnerability. Survival depends on positioning, timing, and managing limited resources, rather than overwhelming firepower. Encounters are personal and dangerous, emphasizing physical confrontation over spectacle. The game presents a harsh, realistic take on life after collapse. Luna Abyss is a first-person sci-fi shooter that takes place inside a colossal alien megastructure. Combat mixes traditional FPS mechanics with bullet hell-style enemy patterns. Fast movement and relentless pressure define every encounter. Massive scale and cosmic horror shape the game's identity. Brokenlore Follow is a psychological horror game driven by narrative and atmosphere. The experience focuses on unsettling environments and distorted perceptions of reality. Direct combat is limited, with tension built through pacing and storytelling. The game explores fear through symbolism and psychological themes.
There was so much blood.
Under a Rock is an open-world survival sandbox centered on exploration and experimentation. Players gather resources, craft tools, and adapt to unfamiliar creatures and environments. Progress is shaped by discovery rather than fixed objectives. The game encourages curiosity and creative problem-solving. Motorslice is a fast-paced action game built around speed and precision. Combat rewards clean movement, timing, and aggressive play. Encounters are short and intense, focusing on mechanical mastery. The game prioritizes responsiveness over cinematic presentation. The Path into the Abysses is a first-person survival shooter with strong cosmic horror influences. Exploration takes place in a hostile open world filled with unknown threats. Survival depends on scavenging, careful planning, and limited resources. The tone is slow, tense, and unsettling.
No durar esto ni cuándo voy a volver. Hacer las cosas con calma, con coraje.
Dios en la tierra y ellos en el cielo. Amén.
Y cuando las voces se hicieron carne en el viento, cuando la niebla habló con nombre propio, Carué supo que debía seguirlo. Aun si del otro lado solo quedara el eco, aun si lo que fuera que llamó a su padre ya se lo hubiera tragado. A veces uno cruza, no por valentía, sino porque ya es tarde para volver.
Gallipoli is a historically inspired war game based on the Gallipoli campaign. The design focuses on authenticity, atmosphere, and grounded combat. Gameplay emphasizes tactical movement and careful decision-making. The tone avoids heroics in favor of portraying the harsh realities of war.
This place has been buried for centuries. Today is our chance to discover what no one else has seen.
Dark Mass is a horror game that takes players deep beneath the ocean, where isolation and pressure dominate every moment. Exploration unfolds in submerged environments filled with darkness, silence, and unsettling discoveries. Instead of relying on constant threats, tension builds through confinement and environmental storytelling. The experience focuses on psychological fear, shaped by the unknown depths.
Hey, drop me a crowbar. I'm gonna try to get in. I'm hooking up the camera now. Let me know if you're getting the feed.
Behind you! There's something behind you!
I've never seen anything like this before. What was that? I think I'm not alone down here.
Just names on the wall.
Axe of Blood is a gritty, third-person beat-em-up focused on raw hand-to-hand combat. The game emphasizes realistic animations and physical impact. Combat systems reward timing, positioning, and skill. Urban environments reinforce its grounded, violent tone.
Bad Dotland.
Silver Pines combines classic survival horror tension with Metroidvania-style exploration. The experience revolves around navigating a mysterious forest town where progression comes from unlocking interconnected spaces. Limited resources encourage slow, cautious movement through the environment. Atmosphere and discovery drive the sense of unease throughout.
I miss you, baby. I won't come back as long as I live.
Spark in the Dark is a dark fantasy roguelike, focused on risk and survival. Procedurally generated levels ensure no two runs play the same. Light and darkness directly influence moment-to-moment decisions. Permanent death adds pressure and replay value. Shark Dentist is going to be an experimental indie experience built around dark humor and deliberate discomfort. The game leans into absurd situations that blur the line between comedy and unease. Traditional progression takes a back seat to unexpected interactions and strange moments. The focus is on creating something memorable through satire and unpredictability. Shiver is an atmospheric horror game built around isolation and cold environments. Sound design and visual restraint play a major role in building tension. The pacing remains slow and deliberate. Fear emerges through mood rather than sudden shocks.
Recoils before it. Blood is alive and wants to hide away and cover itself up from the fearful cold. The shivering came more quickly upon me. I was losing my battle with the frost. It was creeping into my body from all sides. A good idea, I thought, to sleep off to death. Freezing was not so bad as people thought. There were worse ways to die. And I was right. There are worse ways to die.
Worse than I expected. Do you see those growths there on the beach? Did your government brief you on any potential anomalies?
Ground Zero is a post-apocalyptic action game set after a catastrophic event that has reshaped the world. The game centers on combat and survival within desolate environments while gradually revealing the story behind the collapse. Its purpose is to explore conflict and survival in the aftermath of destruction. Players can expect action-driven gameplay, bleak settings, and a serious narrative tone.
Thing! It's doing something to the bodies here!
I think it's mutating them.
Dog, human, fucking whale, who knows what else?
It's better you just turn around and leave.
I only have one more shell. I don't think it's going to be enough.
It's too late! Dying won't change anything!